Alright, to the world map. Good Somnial time, good Somnial time. We got the Kingdom of Brodia. Past the bridge and all. Alright, so Brodia Castle. Let us go. So I'm probably just gonna like I let the Chartreuse cutscenes and whatever pan through, but I already kind of went through. But I already have skipped through the rest of it. Here. So I'm just gonna kind of chill because King Moron I don't think deserves as much credit.
I don't see.
So yeah. Plus I'm also trying to. I'm honestly itching to play. I will kind of let this pan through though, at least the actual full utilized one.
I've been waiting for you, Divine One.
Diamond
I greet you as the Crown Prince of Brodia.
Is an absolute icon in this game, even if, you know, personality-wise he's a little bit flatter than some people might have wanted. Yeah, we have Outcrest, Diamant, and then their father, King Morion, or lovingly known as King Moron. Main thing though is that they have Emblem Roy! Roy's our boy, and I feel like I need to utilize him a lot better than I did in my first playthrough, because he very much so just was a damage amp back then.
If you're summoning me, that can only mean war has begun.
Yes, it has. Main thing with it is that we have Ivy. So Lucia attached Brodia as we saw at the border. We had the youngest Crown
Princess Ivy, speak for the Illusian throne. I will now take your lives, your souls, and the rings.
And the Crown Princess of Ivy. Which also, very much so people love her, personality, design-wise, and everything. And I would agree, she is very, very
nice. I underestimated how far you could get into Brodian
how
territory,
she works as a character, in her stats, in her class, and also, she's just a complete package whenever it comes to both her looks and personality. I feel like, in terms of, like, written engaged characters, she very much so is probably one of the best written altogether. I'll stand on business, but okay. This is a wonderful character. I shouldn't be eat my chewed ice as I do this. Chewed ice, shaved ice. I shouldn't be eating my chewed ice. I shouldn't be chewing my shaved ice. Okay, main thing. Chapter 8. This is a defense mission. Victory, defeat Ivy. Defeat, Cruz's defeated or foes reach the area. We know how this goes. So, main thing to note, everybody. Ivy is a second Dark Emblem user here, and she has the Emblem of Genealogy, which is wonderful, or Ring of the Sage Lord, rather. So she is technically a Wing Tamer, which is, I guess, like, you know, the more neutral term for Wyvern Riders now. But the main thing is that they are magic and staves. Malloid Knight is what I was trying to say. Oh, no, I guess it was more neutral because it Fates was neutral, but you know what I mean. The main thing is that she has fire naturally, otherwise then, but with the emblem, but with her emblem, her Dark Emblem, Reign of the Sage Lord, aka Leaf, she can wield a killer axe, a master lance, and her fire tome, with what I feel is one of the most unique emblem effects that didn't translate the best of gameplay, but I find it absolutely cool. When unit has a weapon advantage, unit takes 5 less damage. She has advantage. If you have 50% less HP, you always attack first. And then adaptable. If a foe initiates combat, your unit counters with the best weapon available in terms of range, weapon advantage, effective bonus, and etc. And since she's flying, she also gets 5+ res during combat. So if I try to attack her with the sword when she has the lance, she'll automatically swap to the lance. If I try to attack her with lance, she'll keep the axe. Otherwise, she can, if I try to attack her from range, she'll attack with her fire tome. or even the Master Lance, depending on what's better physically or magically for her, in case she needs the extra dodge, in case she wants to do more damage. It is very unique, and it is very, very oppressive as an effect if it gets to it. Otherwise, the main thing to note is that she brings with her her 2 retainers. Welcome, Kagetsu Koidao. He is a Sword Master, a wonderful, wonderful class that many people might be used to, of course, already. He brings with him a Wodao. Oh boy, he could crit us. A Sword Master with 20 dex and 20 speed could crit us and really hurt. Grinding Flash. If you initiates combat and put avoid plus a -10, that's just his passive, and of course he has Veteran as well, so it can't be broken. That can be very scary. Also should note Ivy's own skills past what Leaf is giving her. Single-minded. During combat with a foe who is also unit's most recent opponent, gain hit plus 20. Meaning that if you attack her with somebody and then enemy faces she attacks bad, she gets hit plus 20. Just straight up. That can very much so be scary. Veteran, of course, he can't be broken. And then she also brings Zelkov as her other retainer. A thief like Yunaka. He has a Steel Dagger, and he has not quite. The foe initiates combat and puts hit -10. Oh, Kappa Hime. If you are here, this is your boy. Well, I don't know if you'd be watching these videos, but you are a very dear friend, and I know how much you very much love this man. It can be scary to an extent too. Main thing is that he's just is that he is covert, but with this mainly being a pretty bare map in terms of terrain, we don't have to worry about the covert bonuses when it comes to here, so we should be fine. Other things to note is that, of course, Kagetsu being a sword master is just also backup, so in case people group around. Got a spread of enemies around from Illusion soldiers, just like foot soldiers, to flying units or so, and we have to make sure that we defeat Ivy while also protecting the barrier here. If any enemy units reach it here, we automatically lose. So what do we have to combat that? We have a ballista with 5 shots and hit plus 20. Main thing about it is that if an archer uses it, they will get special benefits as well, and of course it's a ballista. We can use it to deal with any of the Pegasus knights that come in. Otherwise, we have these destructible fences, which we might have to defend to stop the stampede, as we'll have people coming out from the sides, of course. We have a total of 9 deployment slots from what it looks like. But to compensate for losing one of our usual 10, if you want to see as well, we also have Diamant, which we're going to have in just a little bit, who is paired with Emblem Roy. Let's look at Diamant here compared to Cruzy to begin with. So the main thing with me here at the moment is that I am level 9, and I'm only boosted up to an 11 strength with Marth, basically. 11, 12, 18. Let's compare that. 11, 12, 18, 9, 9. So comparatively, 11, 12, 18, 9, 9. Diamant is already 3 strength up, 1 more strength up with Roy, so 11 to 14, 12 versus 13, 18 versus speed, so Diamant's a little bit better built, like, in terms of just evenness, 10 and 17, and he also has 37 health. Compare that to my 33, where I already had to use a Seraph Robe to even get to that. So he's just a very solid, competent unit, and also is a royal, so he is a lord. Very, very nice altogether. He comes with an iron and a steel sword, and with the passive, Fair Fight. If you didn't initiate combat, grants hit plus 15 to unit and foe, the foe is able to counterattack. Really good for him to be able to finish off units, so that way he can always get guaranteed hits. So you can use him as a good feeding engine, but he will suffer on that end then for if he needs to tank. Yes, he does get that extra health, 32, actually plus 5 from the Emblem, but even then I had to use a Seraph Robe to even get to the 30 range. Emblem Roy passively gives Holdout. If unit had 30% HP or more at the start of combat, unit will always survive combat with at least 1 HP. So a conditional miracle as opposed to an activatable one, but very, very nice. And when you activate Emblem Roy when you engage with him, you get Rise Above, 5 levels of stats. You get his emblem attack, Blazing Lion, where you get to set a area of attack. Yeah, target area, 3 spaces wide. Target the area and the 2 rows behind it set on fire to give negative terrain effects to the enemies. And you also get a Lance Reaver, which is opposite weapon channel advantage, of course. So you get advantage over lances, but disadvantage towards axes. I find it really funny because the emblems are made from a design perspective to either showcase what a specific lord did in their game, what a gimmick was, or what they were known for in terms of stats or whatever, stuff like that, which is really cool. So if I go over to Marth real quick after I take my shade dice bite. if I go over to Cruzy and Marth, Perceptive just highlights how Marth was very much so, not a tankier lord, but he was very much so able to dodge a little bit better, just from his own side. Great Defenses is really funny because it is, like, both Great Defenses and Divine Speed are both melee references in a sense. Great Defenses being the fact that he has Shield Breaker in melee. Divine Speed kind of going off of him having Dancing Blade in a way to be able to chain 1, 2, 3, 4 hits with that in, I say melee, but you know, in the Smash series, but he appeared first in melee, of course. Unyielding, this is just kind of good in general. I really don't have anything more to say on that end. And then Lodestar Rush is also, no, Lodestar Rush is just Marth. It's just a tool for Marth, but the main thing is like Perceptive, Great Defenses, and Divine Speed really showcase both references to his Smash counterpart himself, and also how Marth very much so inspires you to be able to be fast, nimble, and quick on his feet, as he is as both as a lord. Roy, very much so in his game of Blazing Sword, was severely always felt like an underwhelming lord. Both, you could say both as a story, but as a unit, because he very much so suffered from being a late promote, from not being able to keep up with the rest of his army, and it really sucked when your main lord was that. So the fact that one of his passive skills that he gives to your friends is literally just fixing what he needed in his game of 5 levels, of giving him stats to be able to compete with everybody else, is both hilarious and also really good. If I want to highlight other things too, of course, Sacred having Kanto is really nice, just in general. Momentum is a really cool effect that I really love, because when I made my own fan unit of myself, for, you know, I love, what's his face? I love Fire Emblem, so I made my own fan still. That was actually my own passive of, give yourself more attack for however many spaces you moved. So that way it would incentivize you to keep moving me around like with the wind, because haha, Wind Mage. Gallop is just stupid, but he's just really highlighting mounted ability. He's just highlighting the mounted advantage, of course. When it comes to Celica, if you want to talk about what she has, Holy Stance, of course, references her tackling, you know, her corrupted in Echoes / Gaiden. Resonance Resonance is actually referencing the Gaiden version of Casted Magic, to where instead of it just being on, instead of any of your weapons being on durability, or even to where you just get magic for free, or weapons are free in this game, a la the Fates formula, you actually have to cast your magic from your health pool in Gaiden, which is really cool. And then food, I don't necessarily think it's anything specific besides just the fact of you can eat in Gaiden. You can just carry, you know, a flower and just eat it straight up. Ragnarok is just hilarious, of course, and then Echo too, you know, more references over, but you're seeing the point onwards. So I think I've just enough about the emblem designs and how they reference both the games, and letting the past games shine through their mechanics, and also highlighting the personality traits of the lords themselves. Alright, save dice is done, I'm just down the water. So let's get on with this here. So who am I bringing along? Main thing here, I can't get rid of Cruzy, of course, just because she's our lord. I'm always going to be keeping on my big boy Louis. So let's look at the chemical makeup of the enemy. We don't have really that many Lance users besides just this one Pet Knight here, so quite frankly, I do feel like Boost could potentially sit out. Actually, we have these guys over here. So Boost could potentially sit out if we need be. Since I do have Citrine, I am debating about dropping Saline for the moment and actually giving Citrine Celica, both for the boost and just because I like Citrine herself. That does take me down to just one magic user still. Inaka is always nice to have. I don't necessarily know if I necessarily need her, considering how I don't have, there's not any terrain for her to really take advantage of, but I might want to put Alchrist in for the mission, just for the fact that we have Pegasus Knights flying around, so it could be good. And also I might need Etier to move around more, for the fact that we have the Ballista. Chloe would be good for the movement. 2 healers is fine enough, so then it really just comes down to, do I still want Boosh in the lineup? I think I kind of do, considering how he's at level 8, and I want to keep him comparable to everybody else. I don't think I'm going to be playing with Anna this time around, unfortunately, and we don't necessarily need Lapis considering we have Diamond here. So let's swap around some Emblem stuff then. In that case, Citrine. if you to get Celica,
let's go.
that'll also level your bond up naturally too, which will be really nice. Chris, what is something good that I could give you? Is there somebody that provides strength? Better strength here, because you are a traditional archer, so there's a good ring that provides good strength. Strength defense. Strength Debts from Aranus. I don't necessarily need the magic, but Strength Debts ain't the worst thing ever. There's more guaranteed hit. I would like more speed on you, potentially, but that's where I'm acting up. So, alright. You will take that. Otherwise, I'm still fine enough with everybody's choices, and of course, John having retire, that way he can power level is really the main thing I'm looking at there. Right. Match its speed res. I don't have anybody that necessarily needs otherwise. Yeah, I'm fine enough with this then. Alright, just need to check my items, but otherwise I will just swap spaces and then we're good. So let us check our inventory for everybody going into this mission here. Alchris could honestly maybe take a bow or two if I have any more left over. Somebody will have to be on the ballistic duty though. I think, no, we'll be fine enough. For now, though, I would want Sheen to maybe take the fire that I just upgraded from there. It's good. And then otherwise, is there anything else that I necessarily need here? Not necessarily. I think we're gonna be fine then. Right, and then check my swap spaces. Boost, I want to stay in further in. Let's have my archers point around here. I do have Louis to be able to take the right side potentially here. There's a sword unit more. And he's also armored, so he's not going to be able to be broken. So we're fine. Trollway with her flying can easily start moving over to the side anyway. But I don't necessarily need the healers around, so let's stick with this idea here and let us go on with this. Right. Good. Let's start us off. So, we have 11 units to work with. But make that
finally, Horsey, you stopped!
a nice even
Where
line,
were you
because
taking
we will
me?
get Amber!
Huh? Wait, is this the castle? Is that Prince Diamant?
Amber?
What are Illusion soldiers doing here?
They've attacked us. Say, Amber, weren't you out fighting beasts?
I was, but then Horsey got spooked and wouldn't listen to me. I kept getting tossed around on its back, and next thing I know, here I am.
I'll never understand how you end up in these strange situations. But this time, it works in our favor. I was just wishing you were here.
Maybe Horsey sensed this danger. Oh, that's so clever of you!
Ready to defend the castle together?
I was born ready!
So, not only do we get Diamant, but I was just kind of holding this over, we also get one of his retainers in Amber!
Will be theirs. We can't allow that to happen!
Excuse me. So let us go over this real quick. We have Amber, a Lance Cavalier, so since I'm not using an outfit at the moment, we have Amber, who is actually a pretty, what's his face? Significant unit on his own. He comes with a really nice inventory of a Great Lance, a Killer Lance, and then, you know, stock standard Iron Lance. He has Inspiring Hero. If no other units are within one space of unit or foe, Grit hit plus 20 at a cost of avoid minus 10 during combat. So you don't necessarily mind him at all charging in through the front lines if you need him to engage, to potentially work off crits or anything like that. When it comes to his stat spread here, you can see he doesn't necessarily have the highest speed comparatively, but he has good debts, and he has actually pretty good strength. Because 15, comparatively, if you want to look at the rest of the army straight up. So if I look at everybody here, if you look at the strength, only Etienne and Louis, who I've been really feeding stat stuff, even move up to Amber. Now granted, he is a level 11 unit, but that is absolutely massive strength for him to be able to start leading into the fights with. He also has a pretty significant defense, and HP pool, as you can see, 31 and a defensive 9. Comparatively, Diamond with Roy has, without Roy would be at 32, 10. For me, without my Seraph robe, I would have been at 28 and 9. He's pretty decently bulky on his own. Not even counting the, once again, the weapon repertoire that he brings, which is so nice.
I won't get lost.
So for now, let's already have people start moving in. Anything that comes to my mind here, these guys just have lances, so I don't necessarily mind doing anything more, but just moving the boys in.
Together, we will defend the castle.
Once again, Roy will be able
Awaiting
to give us a
orders.
little bit more support when it comes to it. My main thought process, though, is I could either have smash attacks potentially on this end, because that's a physical attack of 29 with the Great Lance, or I could try to go for the crits with my Killer Lance otherwise, and quite frankly, I think I'll roll the dice on that.
Whatever you say. Let's go!
For now, though, I want everybody to go ahead and move up, get ready to
Yes.
attack one way or another. Chris, I want you to be on the
All right.
ballista, ready for duty.
Understood.
And Louis, go ahead, get ready to fight,
My
brother.
pleasure. Where to?
I'll have
Off I go.
these boys take the point here for now. We'll go on with this idea. You're seeing those corrupted are really just attacking our barriers, so those will go down immediately, meaning we have to defend from 4 prawns, basically. No 32% crit, unfortunate, but it's fine. They don't even want to attack, will we?
We will not relent until the castle is ours.
More reinforcements, which will of course be a problem.
If these enemies all come at once, our defenses won't hold.
Our castle has a ballista. We can use that to pick them off.
And so exactly so, is demonstrating that we have a anti-siege. So of course, we have the ballista to where an archer will have to use it to shoot down a foe, potentially or so. So with Ultra's steel bow, he can easily start taking care of 1 or 2 of these flyers, whoever I deem the most important at the moment here. I'll probably have him pick off the one at the bottom right here for his own safety. But we'll see what it comes to. For now, we have bigger fish to fry at the moment. So if I hit this man with the silver adze, Boost could absolutely just start wailing on him one way or another. Rather, whoever's next up can start wailing on him one way or another. And with Boost in position, I can switch him to the hand axe and he can start doing backup things. Next idea though, Chloe could absolutely start hitting this man that would.
Let's go.
That I necessarily want, unfortunately though. But my running idea, if Diamond was, I should have had an idea though. It's not the worst ever. So you're seeing here, this is going to be the main problem with Diamond. With Fair Fight enabling, everybody's at 100% hit chance, which is a good bit annoying. I am not going to lie. But now though, what can be done here? What can I do to kill some enemies? I can break an enemy, but I can't kill yet. But let's just have Louis break for me to kill. I think I'd rather have Louis right here for the meantime. Because my current winning idea is I could kill. If I get this kill here, next immediate idea is have Alchrist go with the original plan, destroy this Pegasus Knight. Wonderful. At most, only one person can attack either me or Louis at a time here, so that's more than fine. Citrine can then come in. Potentially wail on one of these boys here. But I think my main idea here still holds. I want Bruce to swap to the hand axe, that way I can make use of the backup advantage. Then if I can javelin this man a little bit here.
Need some help?
The backup didn't help there, but that's fine because what I need the backup to do is to affect on this man. Because that extra 3 damage, if it lands, will allow Citrine to kill.
I'll take this!
Oh, those are absolutely unbearable
My
misses.
turn?
I am not going to lie. Alright, idea process then.
Need some help?
This Corrupted is absolutely dodging everything we are sending his way, which is hilarious and annoying. Either way, Diamant will get the kill with the Steel Sword. The only person who can take 2 hits potentially would be
A battle fit for
but
Brody.
he's fine. He's tanky. He's a tanky boy. Main thing I was doing is protecting Amber right there. Let's set up a chain guard. I don't even mind poking with Etier here. Divinely Inspiring is pretty nice, and then I can just chain guard on Etier right afterwards as well. And then it's really just gonna be about making sure that Alcris is safe in the middle afterwards. With them breaking open the middle, I have to start routing people around instead. The wind hitting Jean really hurts, because that just disables his chain guard, which is not what I want at all. Boosh is fine. Blow away. Dodges at 70, which is really, really good. Now Etier, because the chain guard is disabled, she will take the 2 hits, but small bean, she can take the hit. She's a good girl. Now Boosh is absolutely suffering, but he's gonna live. Oh, an amazing level, brother! I love that! And then we will get the skill. And even dodge the 66. Nice. Good stuff. Really good stuff. The more pet knights are, of course, going to make things difficult, so we need to really start looking at things here. Let me end off the video real quick for YouTube, though, because that's a pretty good turn 1 to end off of. Now, pick up in this one.